I looked in the van and thought, go on, Finn's got me.
What are we doing today?
Maintenance.
Bit of planting. Edges, hedges and lawns.
Edges, hedges and lawns.
So welcome back to Learning the Hard Way, episode number 32. Playing around with a slightly different format and stepping back to a little bit more vlogging style. So it's going to be good to see what you think of this episode. It's a bit of an easier week. It starts off with a bank holiday. Good morning. It is Monday and it is a slower and steadier start to the week, which I'm really enjoying. I love working bank holidays. Bizarre, I know, but it's a very rare opportunity where I can actually get some peace and headspace amongst all the madness. Clients leave you alone, suppliers leave you alone, you don't get chased for anything, and there's no noise coming from the guys on site. I am just picking up Neville, my fantastic business consultant, as we continue to charge head first into the most insanely full-on and stressful time in, well, certainly in my life. Probably 18 months ago now, I was living a great life off the company, and was able to, and had worked incredibly hard to get there, but you know, very lovely car and very lovely motorbikes and very lovely material things and whatever I wanted, whenever I wanted, essentially. And that all came from largely the cash flow available to me as the owner and director of Hardwood Landscapes. Now, in everything that we're doing at the moment, a huge amount of that, or a significant majority of it, has disappeared, which is fine, and I fully understand it's part of it, but it can be just mentally really draining. Fundamentally, this is the most stressed out I have ever been. It's probably the unhappiest I've ever been, I think, day to day. It's having a huge impact on my home life, my working hours. It's so clear to me now, when everybody used to say, you know, the people who make it in business and the people whose companies really grow into anything meaningful, they aren't the cleverest, they're not the best business people, they're not the smartest or the wealthiest. It's purely who is the most resistant and resilient and can put up with the most. I get a lot of messages from guys in their late teens and early 20s. Yeah, we've just started our own companies, we're going and just doing this and this, and just asking for all these advice and assuming I've sort of got all the answers, and I don't. And to be honest, my only advice to them is don't do it. I don't know, I'm not, this isn't intentionally going somewhere, it's just an honest check-in 30-something weeks into doing these vlogs. I'm incredibly proud of the company, but yeah, it is tough. It's really tough. The advice I'd give to anybody is find someone or a company that you admire and you think is a model, even if that's only externally perceived and you don't know the true ins and outs. But if someone's image and brand and work is what you want to work for, go and work for them 5, 6, 7 years. That's what it takes to be a competent landscaper. You're not learning one trade, you're learning loads. Learn your trade, get some managerial experience, learn what it really takes to manage projects before you go on your own. I think if I'd had that advice, I'm sure I would have done it. This isn't the way that we usually start a vlog, but it's Monday, nobody else is in. And fundamentally, these vlogs were aimed to show what it takes to grow these companies. As you know, cash flow has been a real battle, and I know very well it's not going to go away. I'm going to be in it for a lot longer, and that's okay. But what I have managed to do in how we've been delegating and structuring the company is free up some of my time. So I am actually, for the rest of the week, I'm out working. It's not for hardwoods, so I'm out on day work. I'm digger driving, I'm getting a good day rate in. It's for a great company. Everyone in Hardwood knows what they're doing. I'm not needed to be there in person. I've got admin to do in the evenings, but this is what it takes. Sometimes you've got to go get your hands dirty, and for every week, basically, that for every 5-day block I can go and do on a machine, I can bring enough money in to the company to pay one of my guys for a month. So why wouldn't I, when we've got debts to clear and bills to pay and a business to grow and responsibilities? No, I'm looking forward to it. So today is Tuesday, which means it's the first day back for most of the team. Over in Farnham, the guys are making some really good progress, but we're starting the day back at base, and of course there's a hardwood breakdown.
This is open because yet again it's not actually a Monday, it's a Tuesday, but it was bank holiday Monday yesterday. And we got in, and yet again it had a flat battery. So thankfully Finn was working not far away from where I was today, so we loaded all of my tools onto Finn's truck. He dropped all the tools off and I took my car. So we solved the problem temporarily. The longer term solution is we've got a brand new battery, and we just need to get the battery out of this one and hopefully replace it, and all will be well.
Not with the battery disconnected,
obviously.
No, of course
It's been a long day, Matt. We can forgive you for being a simpleton.
Well, none of you called me out on it, all I'm saying.
Yeah, but you said it. We're all about as thick as each other.
Right, you tight.
Oh!
Success.
Right, stress all over. I'm happy. Can I shut the door now again? Okay. Thank you.
La 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 la. Tip of the tongue, the teeth and the lips. It's been about a week since, well, probably just over a week now since you guys last saw what was going on here. We've had a few more grabs out, I think total of 7 grabs now. We are at the stage where we are just pouring our first footing. We've got 2 big footings here to pour. We do one today, and then we still have to square up and dig a little bit more out of the second one, but pretty big transformation so far. Got rid of all the ivy in the walls, opened it up quite a lot. It's a massive space. And yeah, I mean, it's just been a lot of machine work. We dug 2 sweeping parallel footings to the existing wall. This section of the wall is it's level, and then as you come round, it steps a little bit. It's going to be lots of concrete, pouring by hand, a bit of a mission, but the rest of the afternoon, literally just mixing up and pouring out. We got 10 tons of ballast, but I'll probably have to get a little bit more tomorrow morning to finish this one off. There's like an old stone wall here with some brick capping. I'm not really sure. I mean, the castle grounds is up there. It could be medieval, you know. Maybe like some sort of stuff we probably shouldn't be just tearing out, but that's what we do. Hopefully, maybe get some blocks down by the end of the week if it all goes to plan. Yeah, pretty happy. It was obviously a long dig out initially. We didn't really know the plan until we had actually sort of tiered and terraced the space first, and then we went from there, got the plan, a few more days in the digger, went for a pipe, which is all fun, fixed it, so it's all good, all good.
So if you've watched any of our vlogs so far, you will know that I love wearing big boots. Not just the boots, but all this amazing uniform and workwear that they also do. They come all the way from Australia, and my personal favourite are the mongrel canines. I live in them. If you want to treat yourself, make sure you use the code Hardwood10 when you check out. It is, sorry I'm distracted, it's a really beautiful morning. The sunrise is amazing. I am sitting on a digger for another company, which is something that I actually really enjoy doing, and anyone who does do sort of heavy machine operating, if you're in the same cab doing the same thing, yes, it can get boring, but what's great about this site is it's a small team, a busy site, you're all over the place and you're on everything. So actually, me doing this for just a few days here and there is amazing. So I'm heading up to site now. I will show you around, and yeah, I'm going to be vlogging on my little DJI. It's not a camera and videographer sort of site. It's busy. We're all doing things. I'll ask one of the guys today if I can put a little mount in the cab of the camera of the digger and show you what I'm up to. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Maybe because it's just a good way of hiding from everything that's going on and pretending it isn't going on. But by being busy, I feel like I'm being productive. Hello and welcome to what I'm up to this week. As you can see, not in my typical uniform. Quite like rocking high vis though. Feeling very small amongst all these big, exciting machines. Now, this site and what I am doing, sort of, I'll run through quickly and why I'm doing it. But this was an old landfill, so household waste, basically, bin lorries, for years and years and years, all through the 1900s, basically, and is at the tail end now of landfilling it all back in. So, as hopefully you've seen on these vlogs, I'm quite involved with a lot of our suppliers. I go to see them, I learn about them. I think it's really important to upsell to our clients. But this other side, this is what happens to all of our waste and all of those grab lorries that come in and out of your driveways whilst we're working. This is where it ends up. And actually what's nice is the job that we've got running in Farnham at the moment, those grabs are coming here. So they've actually been tipping to me in the digger. So I know exactly where it's come from, and I'm then processing it, ready to be put back out to market. So, a bit lame, but I think that's quite cool, really. And what it's doing is it's separating all of the soil, which travels up and gets piled down there, separates the hardcore, and it splits the hardcore into two different sizes, two different categories. So larger, clean hardcore for crushing, and then a smaller grade for just ready to go recycled. So it's making everything that's coming back off your grab lorries reusable and resellable. It certainly doesn't feel like it used to be a tip. There's no smell, it all feels very clean, very peaceful actually. But when you dig test holes, you do find old bin bags, basically. There's a few machines running here, really good group of guys actually. I am just on this soil screener. They needed some help. It's a job that I can do where I can chat on the phone to anyone who needs me. Anyone from Hardwood, they all know I'm here, and it's actually been a really good test of some of the systems and delegation we're putting in place, because we've got probably four active sites at the moment, and I'm barely being rung, which is great. It's really cool to see this side of the industry and the waste management side of everything. And to see this amazing plot really in a really beautiful location being put back to good use. Back at Hardwood, the only things I've been contacted about is unfortunately the offer that we made. So we had an accepted job offer for someone to work with Jay. They accepted the offer, went and handed in their notice and got a counter offer, which included a £9,000 pay rise. So we couldn't compete financially. It's a bit of a shame, but yeah, everything has been running fine, which, like I said, fantastic example of the systems I'm putting in place. I've got another probably half hour on this digger. So let's head over to Hambledon, where we can check in on the walling job that we're doing and Jay doing some maintenance, because they are direct neighbours.
That looks quite dry actually. It's dried out now though.
Look at that. It's like an Italian pizza maker.
Oh, all well and good Sam being good on the mixer, but he's on holiday, so you get what you're given, unfortunately.
Morning. Yeah, it's going well. It's going well. It's starting to get to a point where it feels like a wall. trying to smash it out. I try and get these 2 courses in today, and then really it's just a couple of courses left, so not a million miles away. But no, it's looking really smart. Quite happy with how it's progressing. Clients seem pretty happy with it on both sides. So yeah, obviously with stone being fairly rough edged and quite natural looking, the spirit level isn't always going to be exactly like with your brickwork. You can put your spirit level across the top, give it a few little taps along the brickwork and get that top line perfect. With the stonework, it's always going to be a little bit undulating, but keeping a rough eye on levels and keeping it as close as I can as we go up, so that when we get to the top I can sort of be a bit more selective with the stone and get a really nice flat finish on the top, ready for the bricks. Yeah, it's quite difficult with the stone because I'm putting my bed really proud because I know the weight of the stone is going to sink a little bit and I don't want it to be too low. That's quite good.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's pretty therapeutic watching it all go up. Obviously, Matt's doing all the fancy work, but pretty rewarding. I mean, when we arrived here, it was a bit of a mess, like just overgrown fencing and rotting wood and greenery everywhere. So yeah, it looks pretty different. It's cool, and this like style just kind of matches into the Hambledon vibe. All the old stone and kind of asymmetric work. Yeah, it's pretty good. Ran out of words there.
Speaking of mess, when are you cleaning that up?
I'm waiting for my labourer to turn up. Oh, I haven't employed him yet.
Yeah, he's a couple of months away.
He's a few months away.
That's Jay, he does maintenance. He showed up this morning and started making a load of noise. And then he started hedge trimming.
Good morning. Just having a chat with my neighbours over the fancy wall they're building. Seem to be doing quite a nice job as well. We're in Hambledon. Today I've been tickling my hedges. Quite a heavy tiggle, I have to admit. It's a laurel and it's time to start pushing it back. It's a plant that grows really very, very quickly. And so it does need to be kept under control. So every few years we push it back quite hard. As you can see, I've gone into some of the dark woody stuff. I've kind of beaten it up a bit. I've pushed really quite hard. And I did that because when I was looking at the garden, I actually looked down to find these stones go another few inches in there, and I can guarantee that the hedge finished over here somewhere, which means it's gained an extra nearly 2 foot of the garden. And so by pushing it back really hard, effectively I'm making the garden bigger all the way up this side. But I've also had a discussion with the clients just now about this hedge because it's really quite high. And if you look from over there, which is where we'll go, there's no reason for it to be this high. And so as that's a almost completely wild area, we're actually going to take this hedge down by 6 to 8 foot. We'll do this in the dead of winter. I'll just take a chainsaw to it and I will just cut straight the way through, allowing that view to become part of this garden. There's no reason for it to be this high, so yeah, cut it down.
So if you watched the vlogs a few weeks ago, you would have heard me complaining, shock, about our fuel card company and being pretty unhappy with the service. We've moved over to a new company and no real affiliation other than we thought we would give someone new a go. They reached out, wanted the opportunity, so we gave it to them. They forecast at the moment we're going to be saving about £4,000 a year compared to our old fuel card company as well, which is huge. So if you need to get some fuel cards into your vans, I would really recommend the Fuel Saving Expert. There is a referral link in this video. Make sure you check it out and let me know how you get on. Good morning. We are coming up to the end of the week and my time on this sort of contract digger work, which is a shame. I think it's been a good reflection period following on from how I opened the week and everything that we've got going on. I've done a couple of little Instagram, just stories of where I've been working. These vlogs obviously come out a couple of weeks after real time. And just to reassure everybody, no, Hardwood is still in full operation, for better or for worse. What it has been is a fantastic opportunity to test our systems that, especially AD, so our office manager, since she's joined, has been working so hard to put into place. We've had 4 jobs running every single day across, 3 on landscaping and then a maintenance site daily. There hasn't been a single need for me to get involved with anything. The guys have been managing their time, their resources, their material, their waste away, everything. It's just really great to see. So I'm literally just out monetizing my time. Yes, there's other stuff I could be doing, but everything's just been really full on and flat out at the moment. So being able to just step away and look in at what you've been working on and check that it is all working, whilst generating the day rate that's coming in that is going to cover bills. So happy days. Well done, Hardwood. Good job. Things are tough at the moment, but you know, we are very much pushing through and being resourceful. It's been different sort of content this week. There's been a lot of me talking, a lot of this little self-shooting vloggy stuff. It's a direction that we are going to be going in with the vlogs. It's going to be a lot more of me talking. The vlogs have evolved into this amazing thing, but fundamentally it's following the back end and showing hopefully what it takes to actually get something like this really going. So we're heading back up to Putney now. That job is very close to practical completion. We're down to all of the final details to get it over the line. Let's go and have a look.
So today I am on a shed, built this all on my own. To just put this up in half a day and not have too many problems is a good thing. I've got some packers underneath it because I need to screw it in properly. But other than that, this week, what have we done? Yes, repainted and repointed. The outside of the wall, inside of the wall has been repointed, not yet repainted. Harry's dropped the spray gun off at the job in Farnham, where I live. So I'm going to get the spray gun and dot all of these little bits up and make it look really nice. I started doing it with a small paintbrush and it was just going to take a year and a half. We've got the batten fence up now and I've screwed through it for electrics and lighting. So yeah, it's been a good productive week. We've got some little features to build, lid for the fire pit, pizza oven / outdoor kitchen, and we are cladding the top of this wall with the same fencing we've got that side. So very exciting. Be nice to get out of here. It's been a really nice time up here actually. I really like this building, I like this garden, so it'll be a shame to leave the garden, but it's going to be exciting getting onto new stuff.
So there we go, that is my week over. It is 6:30 and I'm on my way home on a Friday afternoon. Really enjoyed what I've been up to, not so much because of actually physically what I've been doing, but it's been really great to see, as I've touched on, everything we've been working on at Hardwood just working. I think it's such an incredible thing to work towards, trying to replace yourself with systems and amazing people in a business, and it feels like I've been able to do that with Hardwood. There's obviously still a huge amount within the business that I'm still working on and will be working on, and I know, as I've alluded to in recent episodes, everything, you know, we're at the bottom of the mountain, everything is going to get much tougher as the next stages kick into gear. But yes, all starting to feel a little bit real, and of course I can't wait to share it with you. Hopefully the guys I've been with have found me useful this week and I've sped things up. I mean, I haven't broken anything, so that's good. Yeah, have a great weekend. Thank you very much everybody for your hard work, and I will catch up with you next week. So there you go, that is the end of another Learning the Hard Way, and as we said in the intro, it's been a slightly different format. So we're doing it like this because these little handheld cameras are a really good way of me transparently sharing everything that I'm going through while I try and grow this business, and that's what these vlogs are all about. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed it. Leave a comment below and make sure you've subscribed.